Welcome to Sir Win's Accounting Lectures. Today, magkakaroon tayo ng pen and paper video problem solving patungkol sa Lecture 05, Discounting of Notes Receivable Without Recourse. Actually, nasa description ng mismong video lecture na ito yung problem under discussion. Kung gusto mong sagutan ng solo at balikan ng lecture na ito kapag tapos ka na, mas mabuti. Kasi, ang accounting ay natututunan not by mere listening but actually by you doing the problem solving. Pero kung may sagot ka na nga, simulan na natin. So again, Lecture 05, Discounting of Notes Receivable Without Recourse. And here is our problem. On December 31, 2020, ABC Manufacturing discounted the 60-day 15% at 100,000 note from customer F at National Bank. The note is dated December 1 and the bank's account rate is 18%. The discounting is treated as on a without recourse basis. Assume a 360-day in a year. Required journal entries on the date of discounting. Liwanagin muna natin, konsepto tayo. Pag sinabi nating discounting, it means sale of notes receivable to a bank. Dinidiscount lang siya kasi nga, sa halip na sasabihin kung magkano yung magiging tubo or something, magiging babayaran mo o lugi mo, ang ibinibigay po is yung mga rates. Let's say, diniscount using 8% ni bangko. Okay? Kasi inaalam, ilang araw mong hinawakan, ilang araw ni bangkong hahawakan yung note until the maturity date, dinidiscount doon using the rate. But basically, this is a sale of notes receivable. At kapag ka nagbenta ng notes receivable, may dalawang case. Pwedeng with recourse or without recourse. Pag sinabi natin without recourse, wala nang habol. Meaning, tuluyan na. Isang bentahan na kung saan yung risk and reward ay na-transfer na talaga dun sa binentahan mo na bangko. Sa case na to, without recourse. Later on, magkakaroon din tayo ng problem kung saan ang discounting naman ay with recourse. Meaning, kung sakaling magka-problema, pag with recourse, hahabulin din tayo. Tayo na unang may-ari ng note. Sa case kasi na to, wala na. Bentahang tuluyan without recourse kasi. Okay? Entries ang hinahanap on the date of discounting. Pero bago mangyari yun, merong mga sinusunod dito na formula. Meron po tayong computation na kailangan mo nang makita para magawa itong journal entries na hinahanap ng problem. Una, we have to compute for the maturity value. How are we going to do that? First, we have to add the principal and the interest. Okay? Ang principal ay given, which is 800,000. Okay? Ngayon, i-add natin yung interest. Ang interest, may formula po dyan, principal of 800,000 multiply by the rate. Ang rate naman talaga is 15%, so multiply by 15% and by the time. Maturity value ang ating hinahanap nga pala. Ibig sabihin ng maturity value, magkano siya hanggang dulo. Okay, ay ang ating pong note ay 60 day. So malamang ang dulo niyan is 60. Kasi nga, yun yung pinakang dulo. Tama, yun yung term ng note. Divided by 360. Kasi yun yung sabi ng problem. Sa isang taon, 360. To get the interest for the whole period of the note. So atin na pong gamitan ng calculator. 800,000 multiply by 0.15 times 60 divided by 360. So the interest would be 20,000 kung sakaling hahawakan mo ang note hanggang dulo. Kaya therefore, ang maturity value niya, i-add mo ulit yung principal, would be 820,000. Okay? Nga lamang, hinawakan mo ba yung note hanggang dulo? Hindi, di ba? Kasi nga, diniscount mo. Therefore, we have to less this what we call the discount. Ang discount naman may formula rin. Para rin siyang principal times rate times time. Nga lang sa halip na principal talaga ang gagamitin natin, ang base nating una ay kung ano or magkano yung ating maturity value. Then we will multiply by the rate. Sa halip na yung rate, na original rate na 15%, ang gagamitin natin is the discount rate coming from the bank. So multiply by 18%. And we'll be multiplying it by the time na i-discount mo yung note hanggang doon sa kanyang maturity date. I mean, di ba ang original date ng note is December 1? Pumunta ka kay bangko, December 21, dyan mo diniscount. Ilang araw yung lumipas? 20 days. Alam mo na 60 day yung note. Therefore, 20 days sa'yo, 40 days kay bangko. Kasi 60 minus 20. So, ang discount time natin ay 40 over 360. Ulitin po natin. Yung computation ng discount ay parang computation din ng interest. It's just that sa halip na principal, maturity value, sa halip na yung original rate, gagamitin natin is yung discount rate. Sa halip na yung total time, ang gagamitin natin is the discount time, which is 40. Kasi 20 days nga na nasa iyo. So magkano ngayon yung discount? That would be 820,000, okay, multiply by 0.18 times 40 divided by 360. So the answer would be 16,400. Okay? Therefore, yan yung magiging net proceeds kapag ka pinag-minus yung dalawa. Ano nga ulit ang ibig sabihin nitong net proceeds? Hindi ba sana kung hinintay mo 820,000, kaso hindi mo hinintay, binenta mo kay bangko, therefore yung 16,400 hindi yan mapapapunta sa'yo. Kasi nga, si bangko ang maghihintay for 40 days. Using that 18%, therefore hindi yan yung ibabayad sa'yo. Sa madaling salita, ang pinupunta ko lang, kung saan ang hinintay mo 820,000, kaso babawa sa'yo ni bangko yung 16,400. So ngayong araw na to, December 31, bibigyan kanya ng pera na 803,600. That will be our net proceeds. So yung kwartang natanggap mo kasi nga ibinenta mo yung note, nagkaroon kasi nga ng discounting. Okay? Tapos na po ba ang computation? Hindi pa. Okay? Kailangan din natin kwentahin yung ating gain or loss dun sa discounting na naganap. Paano gawin yon? We will be comparing the proceeds and the carrying amount. Pero sa problem na to, wala pa tayong carrying amount. Therefore, lagyan din natin ang computation. First, we have the principal. The principal is amounting to 800,000. And then we have to add the accrued interest. Ano naman itong accrued interest na to? Interest din siya. Actually, same lang siya ng formula eh. The principal of 800,000 multiplied by the rate, which is 15%, and then multiplied by the time. Ang time naman this time is yung accrued, meaning yung ikaw ang may hawak. Di ba nga, ang note ay December 1, ibinenta mo ng December 21, therefore 20 days na nasa iyo. So 20 days na nag-accrued yung note, ikaw ang may kita nito. Okay? In order to solve for that, okay, 800,000 times 15% times 20 divided by 360, the accrued interest is 6,666.66. So gawin na lang natin 667 rounded. So therefore, that will be our carrying amount. So yan yung total value ng ating note nung moment na ating binenta. 800,000 plus 6,666, that will give us 806,667, rounded na. Okay? Ngayon, we can now determine the gain or loss. Paano nga ulit yun? We get the net proceeds, okay, amounting to 803,600, and we compare it with the carrying amount, yung ating sinolve kanina. So parang sinasabi yan, dapat sana yung value na ng note ay 806,667, pero ang binenta mo, ang napera mo lang is 803,600. Therefore, this is what we call loss on notes receivable discounting. Kasi nga, nabenta mo ng mas mababa kaysa dun sa kanyang value. Okay, magkano po ang ating loss? So, 803,600. Pinagkumpara na yung dalawa. Loss tayo ng 3,067. Okay. Yan po ang ating mga combination. Now, lagyan na natin ang entry, yung pinaka-requirement. First, we are going to debit cash amounting to 803,600. Kasi yan naman talaga yung perang natanggap natin. And we are going to credit notes receivable. Kasi nga, binibenta natin yung ating note. Magkano? Di ba 800,000 yan? Okay? So ganyan. Di ba hindi balance? Kasi nga, nagkaroon po tayo ng interest income. Di ba may interest income tayo? Ano yung interest income? Interest income, yung talagang kinita natin dun sa note. Yung 6,667, Kasi nga, di ba, hinawakan mo pa din naman ng for 20 days. Nga lang, hindi pa yan balance eh. Di ba? So, anong gagawin natin? There will be additional debit, which is the loss on notes receivable discounting. Okay? Amounting to, okay, 3,067. At pag pinag-plus mo yung dalawang debit na yan, sa dalawang credit na yan, that will be balance. Okay? Actually, yan lang talaga yung hinihingi ng problem. Entry on the date of discounting. At saka ang isa pa, wala na namang ibang magiging entry pertaining to this kind of note kasi nga ibinenta mo na. At again, pagkatapos mong ibenta, wala nang kasunod. Kung sakaling hindi magbayad, yung yung maker ng notes receivable, wala ka nang pakialam kasi nga, without recourse, walang habol. Okay? Natatalo ka na naman ng 3,067. Yun na talaga siguro yun, yung sa kay bangko. Pero generally, hindi naman without recourse yung discounting, but rather more of a with recourse basis. So, okay? So, nasolve na po natin yung problem. Sana meron ka natutunan. Yun lamang at maraming salamat.